Hello, people of Earth. Gypsy X here. We have to be quiet because I just put a very tired boy to bed. Yeah, my nephew is here and he's teething again. He's got his 2-year molars, so he's kind of not having a good day. But that's okay. We can work with that. Yeah, so this is video number 2 for the week as promised, and don't know if you can see my shirt, but I am wearing the Pink Revolution shirt because today is the day of pink, or actually no, it's not the day of pink. That's in March, I think. I'm probably wrong about that too. But that's not for a while. But today is like wear a pink shirt day for anti-bullying. So yeah, so I'm doing that, and I thought that I would maybe tell my bullying story. I don't know if you guys want to hear that, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So, yeah, here we go. Well, I mean, I grew up in Wilkie, and like that's a if you don't really know Canada or Saskatchewan very well, it's like a teeny tiny little town here in Saskatchewan, and there weren't very many kids. There certainly weren't any disabled kids, and anyone who was disabled was elderly, so yeah, I got bullied a lot. I don't know, I think my earliest memory of getting bullied was a boy when I was in grade 2, and I was walking home with my sister, and he like pretended to drive his bike over me, and it was scary, but I mean, I was young at the time, so I didn't really understand that that's what that was bullying. And I mean, I've always had a really forgiving nature, so I mean, I don't know. He went through this whole like in school suspension thing, and really for me at like 6 or 7 years old, and I'm sorry, it was good enough. But I guess as time went on, I kind of learned how to be less tolerant. There was a boy when I moved to Saskatoon who bugged me relentlessly for pretty much no reason, and he somehow would get seated right behind me every year, same grade, same classroom, and he would like pull my hair, he'd cut pieces of my hair off, he would like throw erasers down my shirt, because the other thing that comes with the spina bifida is the fact that very often you'll get what's called precocious puberty, which really means like you go through puberty way earlier than everybody else. So yeah, I hit puberty when I was like 8. I was the only kid in the 3rd grade that had boobs. So I went from training bra, like I actually like skipped training bra and like went to real bras right off the bat. Also got my period when I was 9, and that sparked a rumor that I somehow lost my virginity when I was 9, which, I mean, okay, ew. And what 9-year-old knows what sex is at that point? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of the nerdy kid. I was the loner kid. I was really quiet and into anime. I had like one friend who shared the same interest. And eventually she went on to, develop and become pretty and blah, blah, blah. And then, she started hanging with the popular crowd, so she was, I was no longer fit to hang out with her. So that happened at around grade 6. And, yeah, had a lot of really mean jokes played on me. I remember 2 girls in the 8th grade who picked on me relentlessly. Um, I don't know, they would tell me that certain boys liked me, and then I would go up to them and, you know, just looking for acceptance. I mean, like, already by this point I was positive that I was gay, but I was, in the closet because, I was already the fat, weird kid in the wheelchair. I didn't need to be the fat, weird, gay kid in the wheelchair. So, because I mean, that would have just sparked a whole new avenue of things for them to pick on me for. But, like I would go up to these boys and I'd be like, oh, ooh, this guy likes me, and then they wouldn't know what I was talking about, and oh, ha ha, would be a big joke. And then there was the one time that these 2 girls in particular decided to, and this is a little embarrassing for me, so, I mean, if it gives you a little giggle, that's cool. If you've had something similar to this happen to you and it makes you feel less alone, that's cool too. I'd prefer it if you left mean comments out of this. But there was one time where they got this idea that they were going to make these chocolate treats, which were, in all actuality, cat food. Yeah, cat treats that they had covered in chocolate chips and melted, and proceeded to feed these to me, and then laughed when I ate it because I trusted them, and and then of course I noticed right off the bat something was really wrong because it was awful. And then everybody starts laughing at me and starts making cat noises, and I locked myself in the bathroom for a good hour probably, and it took my teacher's aide calling my mom to get me out of the bathroom. And the interesting part of it was I was the one who got sent to the principal's office for making a scene. Yeah, so the two girls didn't get sent to the principal's office right off the bat. I mean, they were the ones who got to go to the classroom, and then I was the one sitting in the office, which didn't make a lick of sense to me at the time, and still to this day just kind of eludes me. And then grade 9, which was basically the worst year of my life, hit, and that went from bullying to something worse. I found a boyfriend, finally, in the 9th grade, and seemed like it was steady enough to keep up the charade. And I mean, I was friends with him, like, we were good friends, so I didn't think anything of it until he sexually assaulted me. Yeah, he had taken me to his house from lunch, and yeah, uh, I don't know, long story short, we went to his room. Things happened. I said no. He didn't listen, and the rest is history. Um, so, yeah, the thing that happened there was that when I broke up with him over it, he proceeded to sully my reputation, and I was the school slut, and began getting targeted by a girl that was my friend at the time, but I mean, she was better friends with him, so I mean, that automatically made me the devil because I was speaking up about what happened rather than keeping quiet. So, that made me the slut that was making shit up. So that was interesting. And yeah, she suddenly was just out to get me, and I, God, she would knock my books out of my hand, flip me right out of my chair sometimes, slam my hands in my locker. There was one time where she locked me in the girls' bathroom for like an entire lunch hour. Um, so that sucked, and she and her friends would wait until I came out the back way of school because the back way was quicker to get home. And, then they would beat me up and steal my stuff. And yeah. So then I kind of started acting out a lot. Did some things that I won't mention on here that I'm not proud of. And yeah, I don't know, like moved to different school, tried to come out as gay, found a pretty awesome girlfriend in the 10th grade, but that didn't work because her parents were very, very religious, and I was the devil that made her daughter gay. And yeah, got picked on by the guys in that school too. I was just a walking target, I think. Wheeling target, I guess. Um, yeah, and then I switched to another school and bullied by two of the girls there. So that sucked. Then I dropped out for 2 months. And then I went back, found a school that was pretty okay. And I mean, still got bullied by one girl, but the difference between this school and all the other schools is that they didn't blame it on me, and it got dealt with pretty quick. So she only bullied me for a little while, and then things were okay again. Yeah, and then I don't know. Being bullied, like it really messed with my head. It like messed with my self-worth. I got into a lot of relationships where I almost like self-sabotaged. I almost like I knew it wasn't gonna work, therefore I did it. and that got me into a lot of trouble. And now I'm here, and by age 22, I kicked my last boyfriend thing out of my apartment after he ducked in here for like 3 years, and it was just awful. Like, he just was terrible. But yeah, no, finally got some sense knocked into me by a domestic abuse counselor, and got the help that I needed and kicked him out, got better, and met my girlfriend, and we've been together for a year and a half. And yeah, that's pretty much my life in a nutshell. So I guess the point here is that, if I'm willing to share my story, maybe some other kids will feel okay with telling people about what they've been through, and maybe even seek help for it. Yo, dudes, I'm back. Sorry, that's like 2 hours later. Yeah, when I shut off the camera, my friend was just coming to pick up my nephew. Yeah, her son, my nephew. Yeah, so I'm really sorry that this video ran stupid super long. That kind of happens when you're like trying to relay the entire story of your life, but trying to cram it as quickly as you can. Yeah, so basically I'm just, reaching out and saying this is what happened to me, and you're not alone, whoever you are, if you're watching this. And, get help. I know it's scary, and I know that you think that, adults don't listen, that, they're not going to fix it in the way that you see fit. But, I mean, they are there to help. And, I mean, there's other places that you can go to seek help. You can talk to your school counselors, you can talk to your parents. If you live in Saskatoon here, the Avenue Community Center, you can look it up online. There's a really sweet lady that works there. Her name is Liz, and another guy that I know there, Garnet, and they're really super wonderful people. And they've been helping me a lot in the last, I guess, 2 years now. So you can talk to them. The other thing is like mobile crisis. So yeah, just stay strong, reach out. You're beautiful and you're not alone. And if you want to say anything to me in the comments, or you could even look me up on Facebook, Gypsy Rose. So yeah, and if you want to inbox me, you can do that. And yeah, I love your beautiful faces, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye.